Hello everybody and welcome back to the VioWatch Network. I saw this story when I woke up this morning because I woke up at like maybe 6 in the morning and I saw on CNN, I was watching CNN, yes, they were saying that there was a North Korean defector, and I thought they were talking about the one from like last month. But apparently there was another one that just happened earlier this morning, because I think North Korea is ahead of us in time or behind us in time. But yes, there was another defection by another North Korean soldier. He was a low-ranking soldier. He was guarding an outpost, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff in South Korea, he said that he just escaped over the border in the fog of night, but he failed to mention anything about the gunshots, because the local media and the mainstream media were reporting that there were about 20 gunshots from the South Korean side, and I don't know how many from the North Korean side, but apparently both sides did fire at each other, and that is a dangerous thing to do. That's very dangerous. But they were just warning shots, but if somebody was hit, that could have been taken as an act of aggression and an act of war, and there would have been continuation of the Korean War right there. Could have happened just so easily, and the defector just running across that border is a dangerous thing to do, because there's like a million landmines scattered across that border, across the DMZ. And I mean, if you just make one wrong step, boom, you're dead. And so I imagine that it's so bad that some people would probably rather be dead than have to live in that atrocious, terrible environment in that atrocious country, because I know their economy is probably not doing so well, especially with the sanctions that were put on by the by the UN. But food shortages, just shortages in pretty much everything. Because the North Korean government, is spending everything on military and missiles and nuclear weapons, and all that money that could have gone to food is going straight to your military. So the people don't get food. And like the last North Korean defector, he had parasites inside of his body, and we learned in biology that back in the 90s, not in biology, excuse me, I'm sorry for saying that, I learned before that in the 90s, when they had the famine in North Korea, they would use human feces as a fertilizer, because the cows were dead. The cows weren't big enough because there was no food. Like, the grass wasn't growing, there was no crops, so they had to use human feces. And with human poop, it can cause E. coli, and it can cause different worms to build to grow inside of you, and that seems like maybe what that guy was doing. Malnourishment, stuff like that, is very, very common in North Korea. And the soldiers, you would think that the soldiers are treated a little bit better than everybody else, but no, especially if you're one of these low-ranking soldiers that's just on an outpost looking across. You see South Korea. You probably heard about the last dude that defected. You look across, you see South Korea over there, and you're just like, all I gotta do is make it over there, and I'll be free. Because the conditions are probably horrendous for the soldiers as well, just as they are for the citizens. And he probably I don't know if he planned it or if it was just in the moment, but he jetted across the DMZ, across the border. And I don't know if they shot at him as they saw him, because the South Koreans detected heat signature, I think, because it was so foggy. They detected a heat signature coming across the border, and I don't know if they were shooting at him or just shooting across the border. That's still unclear at this point, but there were shots fired, and He did not get hit, thankfully, like the last guy. He got shot four or 5 times. No, it was 4 times by the North Koreans. But he survived, and this guy survived. I have no idea where the this defector was taken, but he's in South Korea currently, and that's pretty much about it for this story. I think it's cool that he got across the border safely without being blown up by a mine or shot up by North Korean guns, or shot up by a North Korean machine gun, you know. But he made it across safely, and thank God for that. And that's pretty much it for this story. Thank you. I'll be back with more stories because I know I've been gone for a minute, and I've been trying to like get this channel, you know, back on track. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm sorry for all the uhs and ands. I'm just like looking at the story on my computer too while I make the video. So sorry, I got a little unfocused for a second. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it for this story. Dude, be careful. If you're gonna defect from North Korea, do it safely. And your family, I feel so sorry for his family and the other guy's family, because if you do anything that is like disrespectful to the state, or you defect or leave, your family will be sent away to a camp. I call them concentration camps because it's basically what they are. They're basically prisons, but they're technically prisons, but I call them concentration work camps because they are just like the Nazi camps from World War II. So this is just it's terrible. But who knows how North Korea will end? You know, it could end in war. The economy could just collapse. But who knows? Only time will tell. Can't see into the future. Wish we could. That'll be it, guys. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like whenever you do it, however you want to do it, wherever you do it, just do it. I'll be back. I'm Skyler from the Viral Watch Network. Thank you for watching.